All right. In July 2023, I missed a call from my dad. I called him back completely unprepared for what I was about to hear on the other side. My dad had been drinking and he was walking along a bridge. It had no footpath, something that he was apparently doing night after night, he told me in the phone call. Despite his friends' warnings that he shouldn't be doing this, that there are people that care about him, my dad's response was, "Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be." My dad's said this phrase and this saying all of his life, but hearing it in that moment, knowing where he was, and now the context in which he was saying it, I didn't know what to do. So I stayed on the phone with him until he reached a safe place. I was scared to end the call, but equally scared to stay on it. So the next day I called him again to check in on him. He didn't remember the chain of events where he was the night before, and this wasn't the first time. So after talking with my family, I decided to make another call to the Turning Point, New Zealand. I spoke with the team at the Turning Point several times before my dad, my brother and I visited the rehab centre on July 23rd, 2023. And though these journeys, if you've been through them, are not linear, and my dad would head back to work in a matter of weeks, that day was a turning point for us all. My brother and I cried because we finally got him there. For the first time, it felt like we weren't alone and there were people surrounding us that knew what to do. And my dad cried too. Not because, we'd got him in the car and we'd just started driving and told him on the way where we were going. A plan that the Turning Point team had helped us come up with. But he could see that everything we were doing and saying was coming from a place of deep care and love. I'm sharing this because when I go out running, I get to experience the best sides of my dad, the sides I love the most. His exuberance, his love for life, his belief that anything is possible. I think it's why I can go and run these long distances. All of this as well is wrapped up in the music that he used to share with us on long road trips. Now some of my favorite music, a band Supertramp. This story, it's far from over. We're not out the other side, but it's people like those at Turning Point that mean we're still here at all and able to turn something so painful at the time and sometimes ongoing into something so powerful. About a week ago, I asked my dad if he would support me in sharing this. Something that I knew would be super vulnerable and not an easy question to answer. And he said, yeah. He said, "I'm proud of you and what a great cause to get behind." So yeah, that meant a lot to me, and I know in sharing this, it'll mean a lot to some of you, even if, just like me, you've never spoken about it, at least on a public platform. So, in the words of Supertramp, I hope you'll give a bit from the kindness of your hearts to match the kindness of theirs. I am running 100K on October 26th, and until then, I will be training, I will be documenting the journey, and I will have a donation page live so that whatever I end up amassing, I can give back to the Turning Point. I hope you'll talk about something that really goes talked about after seeing this. I hope you'll have the tough conversations with the people in your life, and I hope you too will do whatever it takes to show that you still care. Thank you.